的笑容都没你的甜，八月中午的阳光都没你耀眼。热爱105度的你，滴滴青春的蒸馏水。I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. You went to 1975. Now listen and think about getting high. In the bedroom, windows open. Mom is home, but we're still smoking. You went to 1975.
What doesn't kill me makes me want you more. And it's you, the shape of your body, it's blue. The feeling I've got it, it's you. It's a gruesome.
And the wind begins to moan. Memory all alone in the moonlight. I can
你不是真正的快乐，你的笑只是你穿的保护色。你决定不恨了，也决定不爱了。So it can be us,
It can be us and only us. And what came before won't count anymore or matter. We can try that. It's not so impossible. Nobody else but the two of us here.
我没想到，为了你我能疯狂到山崩海啸，没有你根本不想逃。我的大脑为了你已经疯狂到脉搏心跳，没有你根本不重要。
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Center Stage 2022 Undercover. I'm Bang Yan.
And I'm Adrian.
Unfortunately, we won't be performing to you your favorite Donald Donkey or Barbie Girl tonight.
Yep, instead for tonight, we'll be your MCs.
We would like to thank everyone for taking time out to join us tonight from the comfort of your own homes. We hope that tonight's program would be an enjoyable one and that you can enjoy it as much as you would if you were here with us in person.
Hey Bang Yan, what exactly is Center Stage?
Huh? How is it possible that after 2 publicity videos, you still don't know? Anyway, Center Stage is our school's annual singing competition, where Dunmanians can step up, take the stage to showcase their vocal talents, and also compete with their peers. Traditionally, Center Stage is held in our very own Performing Arts Centre, or PAC. However, due to the evolving COVID-19 situation, we are unfortunately unable to hold it in person this year.
However, last year, Center Stage 2021, the Masked Edition, was successfully restructured with the finale night exactly 1 year ago today as well. This year, Center Stage 2022 Undercover will be similar to that of the Masked Edition, which was inspired by the popular Masked Singer competition, which has become an international phenomenon.
That's right! Similar to last year, the theme of this year's Center Stage is also anonymity, and the identities of all the contestants have been kept anonymous. The candidates have been going undercover, represented by the character of choice while competing in this year's competition.
On top of the solo competitions, this year, we also have a new category, duets. And 2 duets will be contesting for the crown in our finals. Over the past 2 months, our contestants have worked hard and cleared 2 rounds of the competition to get to the finals. The first round being the auditions, and the second round being the semi-finals. the contestants who cleared the audition round had their semi-final songs posted on our Instagram page at DHS Center Stage. And I'm sure many of you will have already heard some of our contestants today sing. If you would like to take a guess at who the participants are, you can do so through the link in the description and stand a chance to win a $10 voucher.
The semi-final round had many impressive showcases from our participants, and the committee had a really hard time deciding who were the best singers. For the soloists, the top performing contestant from each group will automatically advance to the center stage finals. On top of that, 2 of the remaining contestants would also advance to the finals through a wildcard, which is based on the votes from our audience. For the duets, the top 2 duets have progressed to the finals.
Yep, but before we kick off, let's take a look at who the judges are for this year's Center Stage Finals.
Joining us tonight, we have Mr. Ho Weng Lun, a junior high history teacher who was formerly a chorister and loves to travel the world. Ms. Cecilia Vaz, a caring but strict teacher, yet also humorous and known for her witty comments. Ms. Fang Chai Pin, another recognizable icon in Dunman High and the original creator of the Trigo rap, adored by all Dunmanians. And finally, Ms. Xia Yiling, a biology teacher by occupation but a chorister at heart, having been in choir for nearly 10 years during her schooling days.
A big thank you to our judges who have set aside time to join us. Tonight, to decide the final winner of Center Stage, each contestant will be given a final score. And the score comprises of the judges' vote and, most importantly, the audience's vote. Yes, you, the one watching behind the screen right now, will be able to play a part in deciding who the winner of Center Stage should be.
That's right, you can vote for your favorite contestant later by scanning the QR code on the screen during the voting time. Now that you've gotten to know our judges, let's jump straight into the performances, shall we?
First up tonight, we have Crayon Shin-chan, who will be bringing us Hate Everything by Jisoo.
Crayon Shin-chan first heard this song when Hye-chan from K-pop group NCT sang it, and she thought that the lyrics were beautifully written. It is a song about the all-encompassing darkness enfolding someone after a significant loss, and she believes that she is able to carry these emotions. On top of that, she also loves Hye-chan.
Let's give it up for Crayon Shin-chan.
Had a perfect picture in my head with you in the most beautiful dress. I look happy as ever. How did I let you go again? Now I'm standing alone in the rain, like the kind of movie that we used to wait. Wish I could take back the time, but I know this time it's real. Hate that I'm singing this song. I hate that I have to be strong. Hate that you're gone. Hate all my flaws. Hate that you love someone else. Hate everything. Just hate everything right now. Had my doubts, but I thought we could work. Gave all I had, but you needed more. Thought I promised forever, forever don't last too long. Now I'm standing alone in the rain, like the kind of movie that we used to wait. Wish I could take back the time, but I know this time it's real. Hate that I'm singing this song. I hate that I have to be strong. Hate that you're gone. Hate all my flaws. Hate that you love someone else. Hate everything. Just hate everything right now. I really wish there was a way to do it all over and erase all those beautiful memories. Now it's just killing me. Ooh, baby. Hate
Thank you, Crayon Shin-chan. Now, let's see what our judges have to say.
I'll talk about the articulation actually a little bit, because I think this is rather a stylistic number. So this young lady who was singing seems to try to catch up with whatever is being sung most of the time. But adding on to that, right, she did have one part where everything goes up and down. The flow itself was well handled. I thought that was very nicely done. So I think she spent a lot of time trying to get that correct. So kudos to her. Yeah, she could have articulated her words a little bit stronger. But nowadays the songs, the problem with them is that they seem to want the slurred effect. So it could be an effect that she is trying to replicate. So if that is the reason, then we wouldn't fault her for it, yeah? On my part, I found that the singer is slightly breathless, although is in tune, but kind of like not very reached in the way she expressed herself. But the second part, she became better, yeah, for mine.
Okay, so for mine, I don't really know the song, but it sounds correct. It's according to the background music, like it blends well. Then her tone, I think, is quite sweet. Yeah, but I feel like maybe the volume, like it's constant throughout. Like she can vary it to have more, like to express certain things that she may want to express. Yeah.
Actually, I quite agree with Miss Vaz in terms of how, you know, at the front part of the song she doesn't really articulate her words very well. Perhaps it's what she was trying to do. The thing is, I found her voice quite airy. I don't quite like airy voices, but maybe that's what she was going for. So yeah.
Thank you, judges. Bang Yen, who do we have taking on Crayon Shin-chan?
Well, Crayon Shin-chan's first challenger would be Ducky. Ducky will be bringing us Ming Ming Jiu, which means obviously by Jay Chou, Zhou Jielun. Ducky grew up listening to Jay Chou, and Ming Ming Jiu was a song that she used to belt out loud with her cousins in the backseat of the car. For Ducky, this song has transformed beautifully from just another melodic tune to a relatable story of a stranger's life and feelings.
Without further ado, let's welcome Ducky!
你的某些快乐，在没有我的时刻。中古世纪的城市里，我想就走到这，还有不再眷恋大海，可以飞更远。远方传来风笛，我只在意有你的消息，承诺为爱守着秘密，而我为你守着回忆。明明就不喜欢牵手，为何却主动把手勾？你的心事太多，我不会捉破。明明就他比较温柔，也许他能给你更多。不用抉择，我会自动变朋友。糖果罐里好多颜色，微笑却不甜了。
你的某些快乐，在没有我的时刻。中古世纪的城市里，我想就走到这，还有不再睁眼大海，可以飞更远。远方传来风笛，我只在意有你的消息，城堡为爱守着秘密，而我为你守着回忆。明明就不习惯牵手，为何却主动把手勾？你的心事太多，我不会捉破。明明就他比较温柔，也许他能给你更多。不用抉择，我会自动变朋友。明明就他比较温柔，也许他能给你更多。不用抉择，我会自动变朋友。
Thank you, Ducky. Judges, what do you think about her performance?
It's quite a beautiful piece, huh? She handled it quite well. I especially like the fact that she can handle the high notes, and it was very melodic. Yeah, like you said, she has actually practiced this many times, and it shows. It shows, and she picked the correct song for her, and I think that's very wise, especially in a contest, right? You pick something that you are good at. Yeah, and I really like that.
Okay, for me, I mean, it's true. I agree with you that this is certainly the song for her, and you can see that by she has belted this many times, because the feelings very real, and I can sense it. The only issue I have with her would be her articulation is not clear. Yeah. Perhaps because I've been watching a lot of all this singing show, and then it didn't help when those shows they will have the lyrics appearing. So now without the lyrics appearing, I had difficulty trying to make out what she's singing. But I do celebrate the fact that she is very melodious, especially the last section where she really ran her notes very well. Yeah. Okay.
You didn't hear the words for me. I don't even know what it was that you're thinking about.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I agree with Miss Fang. The articulation can improve, but I'm not sure if she's trying to imitate like Zhou Jielun, because we all know he don't really pronounce his words properly. Yeah, but even though she don't pronounce the words clearly, I can still feel the emotions lah, which is good. And yeah, I think it's very brave lah for her to choose this song, because it's a male song, right? And then she's a female, and then there are high notes and very low notes as well. Yeah, but her voice is very nice. I really like her voice, yeah.
I agree with some parts of what you're saying, disagree with some parts as well. I think it's a very difficult song choice because of the jump in the tune and the tone and everything, so it requires a lot of control. But I guess listening to her, and she made a very good effort. She practiced a lot. But I was just wondering whether the song is a bit too low for her. I think she did. She hit the high notes quite well. But some of the low notes, I think she struggled a little bit. Yeah, but because she practiced quite a bit, the low notes sounded okay. Yeah, but anyway, I still thought it was a good effort to pick this song and to do what she did. Yeah.
Thank you, judges. Adrian, who have we got up next?
Up next is Remy, who will be performing Low Key by Nicki. To Remy, Low Key is a song that has great meaning to him and his friends. It is a chill song that he's able to vibe to. He also likes to say low key in his daily life, and as such would like to give singing this song a try.
Well, Remy, let's see what you've got.
Wonder what I'll do when the cops come through and the whiskey's run out. Start looking at you since 2:30 and I'll take this downtown. This liquid courage, call me way too honest. Put your phone on vibrate, let's catch a vibrate while the sun's down. Hush now, I know you're a little too messed up to stay still. Be as quiet as you can, cause anyone sees you're just bullshit. I don't gotta know if you're taken. Just let no bedrooms vacant. No one's gotta know, just us and the moon till the sun starts waking. Us the only direction I see. As long as you keep this low, 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 low key. You even gotta low, 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 low me. I see the king size, keep it a secret. Say I'm your queen, no, you don't wanna leave this low, 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 low key. Reasons we was telling me my energy is so bewitching. So I'll go first, there's an open bar, let's close this distance. Oh, 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 mind, don't make me at this valley, oh, 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 night. I don't really have shape out of he said, she said, bullshit. So big girls in love, let's go somewhere a little more exclusive. Take a shot, take a chance, take my hand, boy. Tension so intense like an asteroid. Be discreet, got a dodge out of tabloids. Let's not think too much, there ain't no problems. As long as we keep this low, 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 low key. You even got a low, 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 low me. I see the king's eyes, keep it a secret. Say I'm your queen, now you don't wanna leave this low, 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 low key.
And that was Remy. Judges, over to you.
Okay, I thought, I said just now that song was difficult. I think this song is a lot more difficult. That being said, he tried his best lah. I don't think he managed to get a lot of the intonation correct. Good try with the falsetto, but
Don't you think it's totally the wrong song to pick for this
I think
person?
it's the wrong song
I don't
choice.
think it's his vocal range at all. Yeah,
I mean, he's mostly singing with falsetto kind of
Yeah.
feeling for me.
yeah, but
Yes.
what was the original singer? A woman?
Yes.
Oh,
The last point is, I mean, he used his guitar quite well, so in a way it doesn't sound very
It's just a few chords, yeah.
yeah.
lah. So then he can control the rhythm in that sense. Yeah.
You see, but even so, he seems to be rushing off to catch a train or something, and then the words just slurred in around themselves, and you can't really hear anything what he's trying to say, except for the low because it was repeated so many times. Yeah, you can't really hear the words, and then how is somebody going to make out what he's saying?
Yes.
Pick the song that showcases your voice to the best, yeah, of its power, it is melodiousness. Not pick something you like. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like he lacks some control to the voice, and like what everyone said, he's using falsetto throughout. There's no variation. I don't really understand what he's trying to convey through the words because it's not pronounced properly as well, and also through the emotions. Yeah, so yeah, that's all.
Thank you, judges. Next up, we have 5.
Not the number 5, but 5 from the Umbrella Academy. 5 will be singing Watch by Billie Eilish today. She likes that the song feels very raw and that the heartbreak can be felt through the lyrics. Although she doesn't personally relate to it, she aspires to be as emotional and as dramatic as Billie Eilish when she is finally able to.
5. The stage is yours.
Lips meet teeth and tongue. My heart skips 8 beats at once. If we were meant to be, we would have been by now. See what you want to see, but all I see is him right now. I'll sit and watch your car burn with the fire that you started in me, but you never came back to ask it out. Go ahead and watch my heart burn with the fire that you started in me, but I'll never let you back to put it out. Your love feels so fake, and my demands aren't hard to make. If I could get to sleep, I would have slept by now. Your lies will never keep, I think you need to blow them out. I'll sit and watch your car burn, the fire that you started in me, but you never came back to ask it out. Go ahead and watch my heart burn, the fire that you started in me, but I'll never let you back to put it out. Oh no, oh no. When you call my name, do you think I'll come running? You never did the same, so good at giving me nothing. When you close your eyes, do you picture me? When you fantasize about your fantasy, now you know, now I'm free. I'll sit and watch your car burn, the fire that you started in me, but you never came back to ask it out. Watch my heart burn, the fire that you started in me, but I'll never let you back to put it out. Never let you back. Never gonna let you back, let you.
Thank you, 5. Judges, any thoughts?
You know, I'm actually enjoying. I'm actually enjoying her singing most of the time. The raw feeling I could hear, right? Until the very last streaking attack was not so good. But on a whole, I quite like the way she sing the song.
Again, my problem is always when people try to imitate, a stylistic singer. Because if that person articulated their words in a certain way, and this person is trying to imitate that, it always sounds very false. And this clashing with her own natural voice, right? Yeah, the new singers are all very stylistic. Yeah, that is their own mark on whichever song that they are singing. Trying to imitate. What she should have done is probably sing in her natural voice. Just the melody and the word should be the same, but she should have sung it in her own natural voice.
Yeah. But I thought on the whole, she did quite well. It's only that last part that...
No, it's not the last part. It's
only the
throughout the song, I don't think she had the technique to do what...
I think her voice suits like lower voice. Yeah, so like I sort of enjoy her voice at the lower notes, but then when she go higher and higher, it starts to feel like she's losing control.
and yeah, I disagree. My only issue with her would be only the shrieking. Otherwise, I really enjoy her singing. Okay, it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, judges. Now, we welcome the penultimate contestant for the solo category, Gumball.
Gumball will be performing Creep by Radiohead for us today. It is a song that Gumball really loves as it has a strong emotion to it. She fell in love with the song listening to the cover from Lucifer. It also embraces the idea of feeling different and unworth through a beautiful song.
Let's give it up for Gumball.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to know this when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. She's running out in the rain. Oh, she's running out, run, 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 I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special.
Thank you, Gumball. Judges, back to you.
Okay, I will comment more on interpretation and expression. So I think her voice is she has a lovely tone to her voice, and she tried to vary the volume. At the start it was soft, and then she started to increase the volume, and at the end she ended quite softly as well lah. So I feel that she's quite expressive, yeah, through her voice.
No. This is wrong choice of song completely for me. Alright? Because
Exactly.
when I hear Creed, okay, what comes into my mind will be people like Jeff Good in the X Factor. He did such a fantastic rendition. The raw feeling must come up. But this lady couldn't bring it across. As a result, she cannot bring across to me what this song usually brings to me. Okay.
Your choice of song matters a lot. Yeah. Again, I'll have to reiterate the same as Miss Fang, that you need to find your voice and then look for something that will carry your voice and show it to its fullest effect. Whenever you copy somebody else, at worst in this case, right, you show how you are not able to sing that song at all. And it's very telling. Yeah, there were high notes and she couldn't carry them. She was meandering along, in her own merry way. I don't know where she was intending to go, but she didn't reach the end. There was no proper conclusion. It's a pity because I'm sure she can sing other songs a lot better than this one. Again, poor choice of song. Mr. Ho, anything to add?
I disagree with both of you actually.
Okay. Yes, you can do that.
I quite like her song choice. I really like the song. And
I like the song too.
I think she is quite a good singer. And then I think at the start, before everything, she did say that the reason why she chose this song was because it's strong emotions and about feeling different and unworthy in this world that we live in. I actually thought she brought it out quite well. So yeah, I've got to disagree with both of you here.
No, it's just not there for me because cannot convey to me that that very strong I'm a creep. I think I should sing this song, okay? But I could do it better because I'm a creep, that kind of thing, that kind of emotion. But she didn't bring that up for me. So,
Can agree to disagree, yeah?
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Thank you, judges. Last but not least, we have our final contestant from the solo category, Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh will be performing 我等到花儿也谢了, which means I've waited till the flowers have wilted by Zhang Xueyou. Winnie the Pooh thinks that the tune is really nice and that the lyrics are well written and relatable. She feels that through the song, she is able to express her thoughts.
Let's hear from Winnie the Pooh then.
"每个人都在问我到底还在等什么，等到春夏秋冬都过了，感到还不够。其实是因为我的心也有一个缺口，等待拿走的人把它还给我。每个人都在说这种爱情没有结果，我也知道你永远都不能够爱我。其实我只是希望你有时想一想我，你却已经渐渐什么都不再说。我睡不着的时候，会不会有人陪着我？我难过的时候，会不会有人安慰我？ 我小说话的时候，会不会有人了解我？我忘不了你的时候，你会不会来疼我？你知不知道？你知不知道？我等到花儿也谢了，你知不知道？你知不知道？我等到花儿也谢了。我睡不着的时候，会不会有人陪着我？我难过的时候，会不会有人安慰我？我想说话的时候，会不会有人了解我？我忘不了你的时候，你会不会来疼我？你知不知道？你知不知道？我等到花儿也谢了，你知不知道？你知不知道？我等到花儿也谢了。你知不知道？你知不知道？我等到花儿也谢了，你知不知道？你知不知道？我等到花儿也谢了，我等到花儿也谢了。
Thank you, Winnie the Pooh. Judges, what do you think?
This one for me, I like the the haunting part of her voice. Although at times her articulation could have been better, because that marked the chorus part when she was trying to do her rendition, and I could sense the heartbreak. For me, I quite like the performance despite that small hiccup in her pronunciation.
Yeah, and this is how you communicate longing. I think that yearning was very present in this rendition. Yeah, she was able to handle it quite well, and she already has a lovely voice, and she allowed this song, yeah, to show the best parts of what she can do. And this is how you should pick a song. And even though I don't understand the language, right, or I have some of the words here, the lyrics here, the interpretation, she can communicate that longing, yeah, that wanting through her voice. I love that. Yeah, I think she made the correct choice. And when she practiced, she made sure, you went through all the difficult parts of it and made sure she got the tone correct and she got the timing correct.
Okay, I like most parts. The only part I didn't like was the chorus. I was thinking, why is it that all of a sudden once she hit the chorus, then it becomes like Jay Chou, you know, start to 咬字. And then I thought that she did alright for most of the notes except for high notes. It was very airy. The higher she got, the more airy she got, and I didn't like that. And for the chorus, I don't think it was strong enough lah, cause the actual song was quite strong. So I maybe she was going for that yearning feeling lah, but because it's so airy and so high and so airy, then I didn't quite like it.
Yeah, I agree. The high notes are very airy and it feels like it's very tight and a bit straining. So it didn't feel very like soothing to hear lah. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be soothing if part of your heart is missing.
Yes.
I would think so. Well, that's what's written here.
Thank you, judges. With that, we have come to the end of the performances from the contestants under the solo category.
Before we get to voting, let's hear the items that the contestants from the duet category have prepared.
Yep. The first duet is Jazzy, comprising of Nobita and Beanie. They will be performing Rewrite the Stars by Zendaya and Zac Efron. It is a memorable song for Jazzy and their batchmates, and it means a lot to them. They feel that this was the right song to submit for Center Stage Finals, as they want one of the last videos they submit to be a song that they all sang along to on the first day of school.
Without further ado, this is Jazzy.
You know I want you. It's not a secret, I tried. I know you want me. So don't keep saying our hands are tied. You claim it's not in the cards, but fate is pulling your mountains away and out of reach from me. But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide that you're my destiny? What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing can keep us apart. You'll be the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. So why don't we rewrite the stars? Maybe the world could be ours tonight.
Think it's easy. Think it's all around you. There are mountains. There are doors that we can walk through. I know you wonder why, because we're able to be just like you and me. Within these walls, but when we go outside, you're gonna wake up and see that it was hopeless after all. No one can rewrite stars. How can you say you'll be mine? Everything keeps us apart, and I'm not the one you were meant to find. It's not up to you, it's not up to me. Everyone tells us the world we can be. How can we rewrite stars? So that the world can be yours tonight.
All I want is to fly with you. All I want is to fall with you. So just give me all of you. It feels impossible, it's impossible. Say that it's possible. How do we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing can keep us apart. 'Cause you are the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can say what we can do. So why don't we rewrite the stars? Changing the world to be ours.
I know I want you. not a secret I tried to hide. I can't have you, but you're breaking my hands are tied.
Thank you, Jazzy. Over to the judges now.
Okay, because for me, Nobita, other than cannot handle the low range well, his sense of rhythm, alright, actually is very good. Okay, and his articulation is also very good. Yeah, the only thing is he picked the wrong partner.
Okay, yeah, I think both of them sort of like struggle. They are struggling throughout the song. Like the who is that? Beanie is too soft. There's no harmony. Yeah, I think you have to choose the right partner.
Yeah.
I agree with all of you lah, but I don't think it was just the partner issue. I think Nobita also had a lot of issues by himself lah.
Yes.
But yeah, Nobita cannot handle low notes lah. So wrong song choice. I mean, it's a meaningful song lah. It's a meaningful song because it's the level song for the current year 4 batch.
Oh my. Okay.
Year 4 group, right? This year 4, right? I think it's the level song for the current year 4 batch, if I'm not wrong.
Or is it? Or was it the year 5?
Year 4, if I'm not wrong, it's the year 4 batch.
Year 4. Okay.
Meaningful lah.
Thank you, judges. Now, let's welcome our second duet, Eminem.
Eminem, which comprises of Eurydice and Orpheus, will be performing their rendition of Lucky by Jason Mraz. Eminem feels that Lucky will be a good song to sing and that there are nice harmonies to it. It is also a song that underlies the importance of friendship, something Eminem resonates with.
And for the final time tonight, let's welcome Eminem.
Do you hear me? I'm talking to you. Across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky. Oh my, baby, I'm trying.
Boy, I hear you in my dreams. I feel you whisper across the sea. I keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard.
Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Ooh.
They don't know
How long it takes. Wait for a love like this.
every time we say goodbye.
I wish we had one more kiss. I'll wait for you. I promise you I will. Ooh, lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. And so I'm sailing through the sea to an island where we'll meet. You'll hear the music, fill the air. I'll put a flower in your hair.
Through the breezes, through the trees, move so pretty. You're all I see as the world keeps spinning round. You hold me right here, right now.
Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. I'm lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. Ooh. Ooh.
Thank you, Eminem. Now, let's hear from our judges.
Just now you all mentioned about choosing a good partner. I think it's more. I think over here it's more. That is the main problem about the partner. I think the guy started off flat and then keep going flat and then just flat all the way. Then the lady, she started off a bit flat, but then she corrected it later, so that was okay. Yes.
Okay, but you know what? It's actually very, I would say it's a pity because actually the female singer, you listen to her, she has a very nice
Yes.
tone,
Yes,
you know.
she does.
It's just that she is out of tune. Yeah, I don't know whether it's in my hearing, but
She also cannot handle the high notes.
It's just the chorus
but
part.
I feel that she has a strong vocal. It's just that maybe it's again the choice of songs, like what you say. You know, sometimes you need to choose something that actually showcase your advantage. You know.
Yeah, so
What-
I
what do you
think
say?
the song is too high. The voice is very tight.
Yeah.
It's very straining, and there's no harmony. Their tone don't
Cannot,
match.
don't match, yeah.
Yeah.
And that makes it very jarring, because it's not harmonious at all. It's just that it was the wrong song choice. So she couldn't handle the very high notes. If it had been a different song, then probably we could have heard more of her voice and she would have been much better.
If
The rhythm is okay lah.
Yeah, the rhythm part is really there. It's just we feel that maybe the out of tune is a problem for me. Yeah.
Thank you, judges. After hearing the beautiful voices of our 6 finalists and the mesmerizing harmonies of our 2 duets, it's finally time for you to vote for your favorite contestant. Hey Bang Yen, how do we vote for our favorite contestants?
Well, to vote for your favorite contestant, you can scan the QR code over here or click the link in the description box to access the voting form. Each person is only allowed 1 vote, so don't cheat.
The form will close in 10 minutes. Hurry everyone and vote for your favorites. Vote wisely.
I met you in the dark, you lit me up. You made me feel as though I wasn't off. We danced the night away, we drank too much. I held your hair back when you were throwing up. Then you smiled over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober. I put you closer to my chest, and you asked me to stay over. I said I already told you, I think that you should get some rest. I knew I loved you then, but you'd never know. 'Cause I played it cool and I was scared of letting go. I knew I needed you, but I never showed. But I wanna stay with you until we're growing old. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. I'll wake you up with some breakfast in bed. I'll bring you coffee with a kiss on your head. And I'll take the kids to school, wave them goodbye. And I'll thank my lucky stars for that night. When you looked over your shoulder, for a minute I forget that I'm older. I wanna dance with you right now. Oh, and you look as beautiful as ever, and I swear that every day you'll get better. You make me feel this way somehow. I'm so in love with you, and I hope you know, darling, your love is more than worth its weight in gold. We've come so far, my dear, look how we've grown. And I wanna stay with you until we're great old. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go. I wanna live with you, even when we're ghosts. 'Cause you were always there for me when I needed you most. I'm gonna love you till my lungs give out. I promise till death we part like.
And the voting form closes now. Results will be out very soon.
While we tabulate your votes, let's hear what our judges have to say about Center Stage this year.
Okay, I thought that you guys really gave our Dominions a platform to perform, and that is really very commendable. I mean, many of us wants to be a singer. Yes, so do Miss Fang at one stage.
Oh, okay.
I want to be everything. I want to be an actress. Yeah, but my looks cannot make it. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that this platform is good. And now, since I cannot make it as a singer, I become a critic. So I just want to say that thank you very much for this chance for Dominion to sing, and for me to become a Simon Cowell, if I can.
Yeah, okay, thank you to the team who organized this whole thing, especially inviting us along. Yeah, talking about Dunmanians, right? It's good for them to try to come out of their shell, experience something new, try something in an area which they otherwise would not be able to explore during our lessons and during several other kind of initiatives that we have. So this one, they're exploring a different side of themselves. If some of them were a little bit more careful in song choice, then we would have seen a different quality in the videos. Yeah, so perhaps, you know, I would like to maybe make a suggestion that they be told, when you pick a song, pick one that shows your voice to the best effect. Yeah, because otherwise they're just shortchanging themselves. They put in the effort. Yeah, you want it to bear fruit. The reason why you enter a competition is to pit yourself against other people to see how good you are. But when you pick the wrong song, it doesn't show how good you really are. Like some of the contestants, they could sing. It's not that they cannot sing. Yeah, they can. It's just that they pick something that is beyond their vocal range. Yeah, and some of the singers that they chose were very stylistic singers. So unless you are that person, yeah, you cannot deliver the same way. Or what they could do is they could change, you know, the articulation, maybe change the tempo of the song to fit their own voices. Yeah, and maybe the range, yeah, that is comfortable for them to handle. Then, yeah, they can explore their voices a little bit more deeply. So I would think that I would still be excited to see the next center stage, if you're organizing it for next year, to see what our Dalmanians can do.
Okay, my turn then. First off, I just want to thank you all for inviting me to this thing. This is my first time judging center stage. So like Ms. Song mentioned, I think all of us have, you know, at some point in our life have ambitions to be a superstar and sing and everything. But then there are only so few people who can actually do it. But anyway, I just thought that the contestants were very, very brave to put themselves out there because there's no one they can hide behind. It's just them and their voices. So it's very brave of them to do what they do. In terms of the quality, I think quite a number of them, like Ms. Faz mentioned, quite decent, even good singers. So that is the other side of Dalmanians that I guess we don't see on a day-to-day basis in class lah. So yeah, well done to all of them for coming out of their comfort zone and, you know, trying out for this thing.
Yeah, okay. This is also my first time being invited to be a judge for center stage. So thank you, Xing Hui. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, because I think most of us were from choir, right? So at some point in time, we may want to like join a singing competition. So when I was young, there was this Xiao Yuan Superstar, which I didn't have the courage to join. So I feel that, okay, no matter how well you fare in this competition, it's just one competition. I hope you just take it as a learning experience and you can improve from here. But it's really very brave of all of you to, you know, sign up. Yeah, that's a very brave first step. So, yeah.
Thank you, judges. And with that, the finale night has officially come to an end. I'm really impressed with all the performances, and if only there were more.
Same here, but sadly, all good things must come to an end. And there can only be one winner. We have collected many votes from all of you here watching from behind the screen. And we have the results ready.
Before we review the results, on behalf of the Center Stage 2022 Organizing Committee, we would like to thank our principal, vice principals, teachers, judges, fellow friends, and of course, you, the audience, for supporting us throughout this journey.
We would also like to extend our gratitude to all other contestants who have given their best shot and chipped in the time and effort to take part in the competition. While there can only be one winner for each category, each and every one of you have done your best. Your voices are melodious and have definitely resonated with many of our audience members.
It is our pleasure to be part of this event, and it is very heartening to see everyone's participation and to hear all these beautiful voices of our very own Dalmanians. We hope that this event has left a lasting impression on you and that you will continue to support Senior High Choir as well as the subsequent years of Center Stage, where hopefully by then, you will be able to join us live for an even more engaging and meaningful experience.
So Bang Yan, who do you think will be the winners?
Well, I mean we haven't checked yet, and I do have a few favorites, but obviously I'm not gonna tell you lah.
Don't need to be this secretive lah. Anyways, we will be revealing the results of tonight's finale competition on our Instagram at DHS Center Stage. Do check out our Instagram story for more information about the revelation of the winners.
We hope that everyone watching has thoroughly enjoyed today's program. Thank you.